Easter coming up this weekend. Seanna Thomas is joining us here with some delicious holiday recipes that feature coconut. Baking with coconut brings a sweet, nutty depth and moist texture to cakes, cookies, and bars. And I just found out that a coconut is a fruit of the drupe, because we were like talking. I was like, is it a nut? And Jen knew it was a fruit. I'm like, oh,
the drupe.
Drupes. Yeah, it's a subcategory. Yeah.
Or something like
I guess it comes down from.
Yeah, coconut is so special, Seanna, because you can really use the entire thing, whether it's the juice or the meat.
Yes.
And let's start with this. These are mini coconut nests, and they're so cute because the flakes actually create that nest-like texture.
So cute.
So cute.
So I love these because as a dessert on Easter, you know, if you're having a really big meal, it's nice to have something a little bit smaller.
For sure.
And these pack flavor. Like, they are so good, and you can fill them with fruit or mini eggs, as you can see I've done here. Yeah, go ahead.
Bill's trying to get one.
But what I love about these is they're really nice and light. So you mix the coconut with egg whites, a little bit of honey to sweeten it up, some vanilla, and you whisk it all together. Bake it for about half an hour in the oven, and they make these beautiful little crispy nests. And what I do is I use the back of my reamer or like a spoon or whatever, and you just do this into the middle of them before you bake and after, and then they make these beautiful little cups.
Amazing.
Yes, and you can fill them with whatever you like.
And you filled it with
Greek yogurt.
Greek yogurt. Okay, amazing.
I had to do a little bit of sweetened Greek yogurt if you have like a vanilla yogurt or something like that. Or the cups themselves are a little bit sweet, and if you're putting the eggs in as well, you could just do plain yogurt as a little bit of a contrast. But they're a really nice light dessert, and they're so cute. And you can make them in advance, which I really like as well.
But a little melted marshmallow. I know that's not that healthy, but that's kind of macaroons kind of remind me. So tasty.
I like
good idea.
Though. That's a really good idea, actually.
Okay, we've got coconut lemon pudding cake. Everything about this just sounds so tasty.
Yeah, so this one we use coconut milk and coconut cream. So a can of the milk and the cream. And what I do here is I whisk up about 4 egg whites and make them until they have stiff peaks, set them aside, mix all the other ingredients together. So we use the yolks, we're using a can of coconut milk, only about half a cup of flour, there's honey in here, sugar, all of those delicious flavors, juice and zest from 2 lemons. And then what you do, what's magical about this cake is you mix it all together, fold in those egg whites, and as it bakes in the oven, it separates into a pudding at the bottom and a cake at the top.
Nice.
So good and delicious. So that's straight out of the oven. It makes that delicious, almost like a lava cake.
Yeah, it has that texture.
But if you let it sit like I did, so I made these yesterday, then it absorbs all that deliciousness as well and makes this super moist.
It's so good. You know what is magical about this? There's enough for seconds.
There is enough for seconds. Dive right in. Yeah, absolutely.
And these are great options, Seanna, because first of all, this got the egg whites, so you've got your protein, but also people with dairy allergies. I know coconut is a really popular substitute, right?
Absolutely, and it's so flavorful and so good. I use coconut milk all the time in my baking, but also in my cooking for people who have dairy allergies.
Can I ask you the difference between coconut milk and coconut water?
So coconut water comes right from the middle of the coconut, and the coconut milk is actually made from the pulp. Yeah,
and the white part of the coconut.
Exactly. So, you know when you open up a coconut and there's that liquid inside? So that's the water right there.
It's good to know, because different uses for cooking.
Absolutely.
So how do people find these recipes? Because I will need to know, they'll have to make it for me.
Yes, for sure. So all of these will be on Instagram and Facebook, Seanna Thomas Nutrition, all one word. They'll be up this week in plenty of time for Easter and Passover's now, right? So these ones are a great little dessert for Passover.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh, delicious. Seanna, you're always bringing winner recipes. Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Yeah, have a happy Easter.
Thank
Long
you.
weekend as well.
Nick's
gonna join.
Happy Easter,
Nick. This is delicious.
Happy Easter.
We'll be right back. See you 24 breakfast after this.
Oh my gosh, this cake.